How many of you out there are pushing so hard that you are not moving? You are pushing so hard that you're starting to become frustrated. All of the things in life were kind of flowing. You learn from the failures and you kind of got your mind set. And when you got to that point, you were ready to see those next big moves. You were truly ready to level up, but you're going nowhere. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Wire Fire Factor. I am your host, Matt Wireman, and today we're going to get a good one. This one's only going to connect with a few people because this message is only going to connect with those that have been through it or are fighting through it right now. You'll get there. I'm super excited about those that are chasing this, but today might be a little off because we're going to talk about being chosen. Now, the word chosen sounds pretty arrogant, right? It says, I'm chosen from God. I'm chosen from a higher power. I'm chosen one. My family loves me more. Who cares? That's not what I'm talking about here. I'm talking about chosen. It's where you feel it inside. All along, you've known that you were different. All along, you've known that there's been a little piece of you that just separated you from everyone around you. Didn't mean that you didn't fit in or that wasn't quite your style and everyone else around you was just odd or that you just couldn't quite make it happen around other people. It just meant deep inside of you, you went through these situations and you just knew you were built for something bigger. Well, I'm here to tell you, you are. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the Wire Fire Factor. I am your host, Matt Wireman, and big things are in place today. And when you hear this message, it's going to truly resonate with you. And when it does, I hope that you do something with it because you can be inspired, you can be motivated, you can be excited, and then you can stop, right? How many of us get moving, we get going, and then it doesn't go anywhere? Well, if that's you, today's your day. Stay tuned to this episode because at the very end, you are going to not believe the twist. So I just want to quickly talk about the chosen one. The chosen say, I am built, I am wired, I am connected for something bigger. I know that all of my sacrifice, all of my experiences, all of my failures, all of my successes all mean something. I'm not just existing. We are not just here floating through hoping that things work out. We've kind of thought about it. Sometimes luck fell our way because whenever we're pushing for the universe, right? When you're pushing on walls, sometimes that wall falls over. But I'm talking about that little piece inside of you, right? A little bit of intuition, a little bit of a gut check, a little bit of a heart check. But I'm talking about that little piece that sits right inside of you that's very fragile. And you're always sensitive to it because you don't want to lose it, but you want it. You want to elevate it. You want to charge it. You want to get it going. Well, when we talk about being chosen, you have to stop fighting it. You have to accept it. I spent many years thinking that all of my hard times and my trials and, there'd be a time and place for some of the other episodes that I'm going to share with you. But I truly had a pretty crazy childhood into my teenager life and then into my adult life that for a long time I fought. And honestly, it took me to about 32 years old to stop being angry. And, I had a lot of dad issues. There's a lot of things going on between my father and I that to this day I still don't understand. But you know what? I took all of that in. Well, I couldn't let it go. I couldn't forgive. I couldn't understand what it meant to me. Well, now as a father of 4, now being married 21 years, I know exactly what it means. It means I get all that experience. I get all those things that others may not have or maybe going through and don't know how to get through it. And then I get to share that with you. What more blessing can you have than to passionately pursue your own path and then help so many others along the way? So I hope anything that you are inspired by here that you'll share with others, or maybe even share your own story. Many times we don't want to necessarily get caught up trying to tell our own story, but is your story helping someone else, or are you just telling a story so you feel better about it? Guilty, been there. Used to think I had to explain myself and share my story so that I didn't want them to feel sorry for me. I just wanted them to understand me. And that's what being chosen means. This is a huge piece that I'm going to leave you with. We spend too many times trying to get people to understand us. Well, if you are who I think you are and you are truly chosen, there ain't very many people that are going to be able to get in there and understand exactly where you are. You're on a different level of thinking. You are seeing the sun as an opportunity to light the world on fire, right? When others are trying to run from it. You see opportunity as something that you can gain from it. And the minute you get hit in the face with a problem, you're already thinking it through. You've got A, B, C, maybe D, but you're like, shoot, I don't even know if I need A right now, right? It's that great. You have to realize that this is a gift. It can also be a curse because that motivation, that energy, and that level of deep thinking can come at a price, right? And it's going to cost you. You're going to have to sacrifice some things, time, energy. You're probably going to think it through way more when it could just be simple. So you made a task very harder and you only have yourself to blame. And I know this because I've worked backwards plenty of times. And then I got all excited, took 52 steps forward and just a grind backwards again. But it's okay. I think that's the part that's exciting about being chosen is that this is truly a gift and you will experience and see things that so many others will never even have a chance. They're not wired that way. They don't want to be, or they don't understand it enough to go after it. But I promise you, in order to tap in to understanding what being chosen means, you got to truly align your universe, your heart, your soul, your mind. Everything has to connect. And it's got to be day after day, night after night, morning after morning. When you get up, you have to diligently work on it. This thing is not going to come easy. But I promise you, when you put in all that hard work and you put in the dedication and you put in the discipline and you put in the accountability and you put in the ownership, years later, note that, years later, you're going to look back and you're going to be grateful. You're going to be thankful that you got all that opportunity. And the sooner you realize it and you kind of align those things and say, okay, let's go, world, bring it on. Right. And I truly believe there is nothing out there that we can't handle. Now, I will say there's plenty of things, death and that life throws at us that it can crush us. It can ruin you and it can definitely break down your heart and your soul and truly diminish you. However, we are here to live a life, to be full of energy, to be that positive influence and that light. I always say this throughout some of these episodes about being the lighthouse, right? The lighthouse doesn't go out and actually save the boat, save the ship. What happens when the lighthouse is shining bright and it's doing everything it can, and that ship who's been lost refuses to follow the light or continually makes the wrong course correction and doesn't understand the light's purpose and ends up sinking the boat? Well, the lighthouse can't go out and again save the boat. Your job is to continue to shine bright. Your job is to continue to give as much hope and light and direction as you can to this world. It's their job to then work from it, right? They got to learn from their failures. If they sink that boat, they better find a way to swim fast. And I hope they were on some Olympic team because it's going to get tough to get out of that water at that point. I spent a lot of times trying to, one, get people to truly see the value of this. For years I spent, and they just weren't getting it, all right? I couldn't let go of those people. You got to let them go. They're not ready. It's not their time. It's not the time in the universe, not their time and place. I also spent a lot of time trying to get people to understand me. And I'm telling you right now, the day that you can let your guard down, truly be at peace with who you are and everything that you've accomplished, it's amazing. It's beautiful. It's one of the most amazing things that I've ever experienced in my life. And I'm telling you, I've had kids, been married, I have a great life, a lot of success, a lot of failures. Feel like sometimes I've been kicked between the legs way too many times. Should have learned maybe a little sooner. But even out of all those things, when you have that out of body experience and you realize, I don't have to try to convince everyone to truly understand me. Because, right, if they don't understand you, you're only going to get more frustrated trying to either explain it to them or to try to get them up to your level. You're on that level for a reason. Remember, we operate up here at this level. This is not an insult. They're down here so that we can effectively lead them. They have a choice to make and they can join us. They can learn that. But there's a unique set of people out there and all of us have unique gifts. Every one of us are born with it. And that's the piece that I don't understand when a person says, well, I'm not you, or I didn't get those opportunities, but they never saw the fight and the sacrifice that you went through because they get the same choice. They get to wake up and say, thank you, Lord. Thank you, world. Thank you, life. Thank you, anything. And then go after it. And today might feel like the same as yesterday, but you know what? That third day might be the one, but you're never going to know the third one if you're not going to get through for day one, right through day two, to see what day three can be. And I told you this is a process, but those that are your chosen, I want you to wake up today. And I don't want you to have to say, okay, universe, help me understand how I can use this gift to go do amazing things and have all the success and money and everything that goes with it. No, that is not the goal. Today's mission is to simply wake up, say thank you, write down what you're thankful for. My wife, my kids, my family, my job. Thank you for just giving me breath, man. Yeah, for waking me up today. How many of us don't want to wake up, right? You got to hit that switch. You got to hit the wire, fire it up. I call this episode the wire fire factor because inside of me is my wire fire, right? It's what's burning hot. And I want you again to have that name for yourself. Give yourself a little something. Listen, ain't nobody around here going to go and kickstart you and get you going for the day. You got to choose that. I encourage you again to accept that you're chosen. Don't always try to explain to everybody who you are or why you think the way that you do. Just be you. And when you are just you, that's enough. People will gravitate towards you. You'll have a glow and energy that you didn't even understand, right? And it'll catch you off guard at first. Keep in mind, I've spent many years refining this and almost literally tearing my aura apart, trying to get it and build it up when it was already naturally there. You all have a gift, and that gift is special. And I encourage you and challenge you and push you to take advantage of it right here, right now. This life is great. It can be great. It's supposed to be a little difficult, right? That doesn't mean that your blessings have to be. So get out of your own head. Stop trying to convince others that, you are right or that you do know what you're talking about, and just be you and just see what happens. See if the universe aligns for you a little bit. And when you do this, start observing the things around you. Start seeing how people react, but don't overreact. Don't overthink it. And don't think any more about it except for trying to refine you and be you. And if you can truly be a servant to those around you, I promise you many blessings will come. Can't wait to see you on your journey as you pursue trying to understand how you were born into being chosen and how you've earned those scars and those stripes.